On a bright morning on Earth, a great meeting was taking place. Leaders from different countries gathered in a huge room, all talking about the same topic. An alien species had sent a challenge to humanity. This was no ordinary challenge. The aliens, known as the Zarkons, were famous for their strength and advanced technology. They believed they were the strongest species in the galaxy and wanted to prove it by battling the humans. As the leaders discussed the challenge, there was a mix of excitement and fear in the air. Some people thought the aliens were too powerful and that humanity should back down. Others believed it was time to show the universe that humans were not to be underestimated. The tension was thick as the debate continued, with voices rising and falling like a wave. In the midst of the chaos, a young woman named Commander Aisha stood up. She was a skilled pilot known for her quick thinking and bravery. With confidence, she spoke to the crowd. "We cannot let fear guide us. This is our chance to show everyone that we are strong and united. If we back down now, we will lose our chance to prove ourselves." Her words ignited a fire in the hearts of many, and a wave of applause filled the room. The leaders decided to accept the challenge. They felt inspired by Commander Aisha's bravery and agreed to let her lead the humans in this battle against the Zarkons. Aisha felt a heavy weight on her shoulders, but was determined to make her people proud. She knew that this fight would not just be about winning or losing. It was about showing the galaxy what humanity could do when they came together. The news of the challenge spread quickly across Earth. People were excited but also anxious. Social media was buzzing with discussions, and news channels reported live updates about the upcoming duel. Children wore T-shirts with slogans like "We are strong" and "Humans unite." Everyone wanted to show their support for Aisha and the team. Meanwhile, Aisha gathered her team. She chose a diverse group of people: engineers, fighters, and strategists. Each person brought a unique skill to the table. Aisha knew that teamwork was the key to victory. She looked around the room and saw a mix of faces. Some were nervous, while others were filled with determination. "We are in this together," she told them. "Let's show the Zarkons that humans are clever, brave, and ready to fight for our place in the galaxy." Training began immediately. The team worked day and night to prepare for the duel. They tested new technologies, crafted weapons, and practiced their strategies. Aisha was often seen leading the charge, inspiring her team with her passion and energy. The team bonded, sharing laughs and stories while also pushing each other to be their best. As the days passed, the team grew stronger. Aisha felt proud of what they were accomplishing. They knew the Zarkons were watching and that they had to make a strong impression. She often reminded her team, "We fight not just for ourselves, but for all of humanity." These words motivated everyone to give their best. Finally, the day of the duel arrived. Earth was buzzing with energy. People gathered in front of screens to watch the event unfold. Aisha and her team suited up, feeling a mix of nerves and excitement. They boarded their spaceship, which was equipped with the latest technology they had worked so hard to develop. As they lifted off, Aisha looked out at Earth one last time, feeling the weight of her mission. She whispered a silent promise to her planet. "We will fight for you." The spaceship soared into the sky, heading towards the alien battleground. Aisha could feel the anticipation in the air. This was not just a challenge. It was a moment that would define humanity's place in the universe. With every passing moment, the team prepared themselves for the unknown ahead, ready to face the Zarkons and show them that humanity would not back down. The duel was about to begin, and they were ready to make their stand. As the spaceship hurtled through the stars, Commander Aisha felt a mix of excitement and nerves. The team was on their way to the alien battleground, and they all knew that this was their moment to shine. Each member of her crew had their own thoughts, but they all shared the same goal: to prove that humanity was strong and brave. Once they arrived at the alien arena, the sight took their breath away. The arena was vast, filled with strange colors and towering structures that seemed to touch the sky. Aisha looked around and noticed the Zarkons' ships hovering in the distance, their dark metallic surfaces glinting ominously in the light of the nearby stars. The aliens appeared confident, which made Aisha's heart race even faster. But she quickly reminded herself that fear would not help them. Before the duel began, Aisha gathered her team. They stood in a circle, eyes focused on her. "Today we show the galaxy what we can do," she said, her voice steady and strong. "The Zarkons think they can easily defeat us, but we will surprise them. We've trained hard and we are ready." Trust each other and let's fight with everything we have." The team nodded, their spirits lifting. They had worked together for weeks, practicing their moves and learning to trust one another. Each member had a specific role: the pilots, the engineers, and the strategists. They knew their strengths and weaknesses, and that knowledge gave them confidence. As the duel approached, Aisha reviewed their battle plan one last time. They had designed clever tactics to counter the Zarkon's brute strength. The humans planned to use their agility and quick thinking to outmaneuver the aliens. Aisha wanted them to focus on teamwork and communication during the fight. When the time finally came, the atmosphere shifted. The Zarkon's leader, a towering figure named General Korth, stepped forward. His presence was intimidating, and his voice boomed across the arena. "You dare challenge us, humans? You will pay for your foolishness!" The aliens cheered, their voices echoing in the vast space, making the humans feel even smaller. Aisha took a deep breath and stepped forward, standing tall. "We are not afraid, General Korth. We are here to show you that humans are strong and capable. We fight for our freedom and our future." Her words sparked a cheer from her team, and they stood taller, feeling empowered by their commander's bravery. The duel began with a loud horn blast, and both sides charged at each other. Aisha felt her heart pounding in her chest as she piloted her ship, dodging the first wave of alien attacks. The Zarkons were powerful, but the humans had speed on their side. They darted and weaved through the chaos, firing back with precision. In the midst of the battle, Aisha noticed her pilot, Jake, struggling to keep up. "Stay focused, Jake! Remember your training!" she shouted through the comms. With a nod, Jake regained his composure, pushing the ship to its limits. Together, they executed a swift maneuver, dodging a powerful energy blast from the Zarkons. Meanwhile, in the engineering bay, Sarah and Leo worked tirelessly to repair their weapon systems. "We need to get these laser cannons working fast!" Sarah shouted, her hands flying over the controls. Leo nodded, his eyes focused. "I'll reroute the power! We can do this!" Their teamwork was seamless, and soon, the laser cannons fired back at the Zarkons, lighting up the sky with brilliant flashes. As the battle raged on, Aisha's team began to find their rhythm. They communicated effectively, calling out positions and supporting one another. The Zarkons were strong, but they were not prepared for the humans' clever tactics and teamwork. With each successful maneuver, the humans grew more confident, pushing back against the alien forces. Just when they thought they had gained the upper hand, a loud explosion rocked the arena. Aisha's ship shook and she quickly steadied herself. "What was that?" she asked, concern creeping into her voice. "It looks like they're trying to use explosives to take us out," Jake replied, panic in his voice. "We need to counter their attack." Aisha took a deep breath, determination flooding through her. "Stay calm, everyone. We can turn this around. Remember, we are stronger together." She knew they had to adapt quickly, and the spirit of teamwork was their best weapon. As they fought, Aisha felt a surge of hope. They were more than just a team, they were a family, fighting for each other and for the future of humanity. They would not back down. The duel was far from over, and they were ready to face whatever challenges came their way. The arena was electric with anticipation as the duel began. Commander Aisha and her team were ready to face the Zarkons, who stood strong and proud, their ships looming in the background. The air was thick with tension, and every heart raced with excitement and fear. Aisha knew that this battle would determine humanity's fate against the powerful alien species. With a loud horn signaling the start of the duel, both sides launched into action. Aisha took the lead in her ship, maneuvering through the battlefield with skill and precision. The Zarkons wasted no time, unleashing a barrage of energy blasts towards the humans. The bright lights of explosions filled the arena, creating a spectacular yet dangerous display. Aisha gripped the controls tightly, her eyes fixed on the chaotic scene unfolding before her. "Jake, prepare for evasive maneuvers," she shouted. With a nod, Jake focused on the controls, guiding their ship away from incoming fire. In the engineering bay, Sarah and Leo worked tirelessly. "We've got to get these laser cannons reloaded quickly," Sarah said, sweat beading on her forehead. "If we can hit them when they're vulnerable, it could turn the tide." "I'm on it!" "Just give me a few more seconds," Leo replied, concentrating on the control panel. The pressure was high, but they knew how important their roles were in this battle. They had to keep their team fighting. Back in the cockpit, Aisha had an idea. "What if we split into two groups?" she suggested. We can create a distraction on one side while the other side attacks from behind. It was risky, but they had to try something bold. Great plan, Commander. I'll take the left wing with you and we'll have the others attack from the right, Jake said, eager to put the plan into action. The team quickly discussed their roles and soon they were ready to split up. Okay, team, let's move, Aisha commanded. They executed the plan with precision, splitting their forces and charging into the fray. The humans had a new sense of purpose, fighting back with everything they had. Aisha could see the Zarkons falter as they were caught off guard by the sudden change in strategy. As they engaged in battle, Aisha could feel the adrenaline coursing through her veins. She focused on the Zarkon ships in front of her, skillfully dodging energy blasts and returning fire. "Now, Jake, fire at that ship!" she shouted. And with a decisive pull of the trigger, their laser beams hit the Zarkon vessel, causing it to explode in a brilliant flash. Cheers erupted from the crew as they witnessed their success. "We can do this!" Jake shouted, his voice filled with excitement. The humans were rallying, and Aisha felt a renewed sense of hope. They were fighting back, proving their strength. Meanwhile, Sarah and Leo were working hard in the engineering bay. "We're ready to fire the cannons again," Sarah called out, her voice steady. "Just give us the word." "Do it now!" Aisha commanded, and the laser cannons fired once more. The energy beams shot across the arena, striking Zarkon ships and causing chaos among their ranks. The humans were gaining momentum, and Aisha could see the fear in the eyes of some Zarkon pilots. "Let's keep pressing. We have to show them that we won't back down," Aisha encouraged her team. They pressed on, launching more attacks and working together like a well-oiled machine. The bond between them grew stronger with every successful hit. The tide of battle continued to shift in favor of the humans. The Zarkons, once confident, were now struggling to regroup. General Korth could feel the pressure mounting as his forces faced unexpected losses. "Reinforce the flanks! Don't let them through!" he barked, trying to regain control. Aisha's team saw the Zarkons' formation begin to break apart. "This is our chance!" Jake shouted. "Let's take them down while they're disorganized." "Go for it! Attack with everything we've got!" Aisha replied, her heart pounding with excitement. The humans surged forward, striking with renewed vigor, targeting the Zarkon ships that had fallen out of formation. With each explosion, the humans felt a surge of triumph. They were no longer the underdogs. They were proving that humanity could fight back against those who underestimated them. Aisha felt pride swell within her. They were strong, united, and unyielding. As the battle continued, Aisha couldn't help but think of what this victory would mean for humanity. They were fighting for their future, for the right to exist alongside the powerful alien species. This was not just a duel, it was a declaration of their strength. In that moment, Aisha knew they had the power to change the course of history. The humans were ready to fight back, and they would not stop until they had claimed their place in the galaxy. With unwavering determination, they pushed forward, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The duel was far from over, and Aisha was prepared to lead her team to victory. The battle had raged for what felt like hours, and finally the sounds of war began to fade. The arena, once filled with the chaotic sounds of energy blasts and explosions, was now quieting down. Commander Aisha and her team had fought bravely, and the victory was finally theirs. But as the dust settled, a heavy silence hung in the air. Aisha looked around the battlefield, her heart pounding with a mix of triumph and disbelief. They had faced the Zarkons and won, but at what cost? Many Zarkon ships were destroyed, and the remnants of their fleet floated in the distance. Some Zarkon pilots ejected from their ships, desperately trying to escape. Aisha felt a pang of sadness as she realized that war brought suffering, no matter the outcome. "Commander, we did it!" Jake exclaimed, his voice filled with excitement. "We actually fought back and won!" Aisha managed a smile, but it didn't reach her eyes. "Yes, but we must remember what this victory means," she replied, her voice heavy with concern. "We've shown the Zarkons our strength, but we've also made them our enemies." Meanwhile, the Zarkon General Korth stood on the bridge of his ship, his expression grim. He had underestimated the humans and had to pay the price. "Gather the surviving ships," he ordered, his voice low and filled with anger. "We must regroup and reconsider our approach. These humans will pay for this insult!" Back with Aisha and her team, the weight of victory began to sink in. They had won the duel, but the consequences of their actions loomed large. What will happen now? Sarah asked, her brow furrowed with worry. Will the Zarkons retaliate? I don't know, Aisha admitted, staring into the distance. But we can't let our guard down. They will likely come back stronger, looking for revenge. The team shared concerned glances. They had proven themselves in battle, but they were also aware that this was just the beginning. The Zarkons would not easily forgive or forget the loss they had suffered. Humanity had taken a bold step, and now they had to prepare for the repercussions. As they began to assess the damage to their own fleet, Aisha called a meeting. Listen up, everyone, she began, addressing her team. We fought bravely today, and I'm proud of each and every one of you, but we need to stay alert. The Zarkons will be back, and we must be ready. Jake nodded. We should start training harder, developing new strategies to counter their attacks. We can't let them catch us off guard again. Yes, and we need to work on our technology, Leo added. If they come back with more ships, we need better weapons and defenses to face them. Aisha agreed, feeling a sense of determination wash over her. Let's focus on improving our ship systems and coordinating our attacks. We can't let fear hold us back. We must show the Zarkons that we are ready for whatever comes next. As they prepared for the future, Aisha couldn't shake the feeling of unease. They had won this battle, but war had a way of changing everything. The consequences of their actions could ripple through the galaxy, affecting not just them but countless others. Days turned into weeks, and Aisha and her team trained relentlessly. They worked on their skills, improved their ships, and fortified their defenses. The Zarkons were not far from their thoughts, and the fear of retaliation pushed them to work harder. One day during training, Aisha received an unexpected communication. It was from the Zarkon fleet. General Korth's face appeared on the screen, his expression serious. Commander Aisha, he began, we wish to speak to you about the future. Our duel has left both sides shaken. We propose a meeting. Aisha's heart raced. This was unexpected. A meeting? Why would you want that? She asked, cautious but curious. We understand that war will only lead to more loss. Perhaps we can find a way to coexist instead of continuing this cycle of violence, Korth replied. Aisha exchanged glances with her team. This could be a turning point. I will consider your proposal, she said carefully. But know that we will not back down if you threaten us again. As the communication ended, Aisha felt a mix of hope and apprehension. Could there be a way to avoid further conflict? Could they find a way to negotiate peace? Only time would tell. In the days that followed, Aisha prepared for the meeting. She knew that this could be a chance for humanity to pave a new path in the galaxy. The consequences of their victory were still unknown, but they could either lead to more conflict or to a future of understanding. The battle had ended, but the fight for peace was just beginning. Aisha understood that they had the power to shape their destiny, and she was determined to lead her team toward a brighter future, one where humanity would stand strong, united, and ready to face any challenge that lay ahead.